New wheels for the 1971 Camaro. They arrived. Let's check them out. Today's video is brought to you by Lethal Garage Synthetics. If you guys didn't know, I've been an Amsoil dealer for over 6 years and personally run Amsoil products in my car, from engine oil, trans fluid, rear gear, brake fluid, etc. Have it all, even their coolant. And if you guys are looking to change your oil or change any of the fluids in your car and want to look for the best product available, hit the link down below in the description. You can sign up as a preferred customer, save 25% off on all of your orders, and on top of that, you can get free shipping. So check it out. Hit the link below and let's get to the video. What's going on, guys? Matt over here, Lethal Garage, and today we have the final wheels for my 1971 Resto Camaro build. You guys may know the wheels on the car previously were the Rocket Racing. God, what are the names? I just totally blanked on the name. But I had Rocket Racing wheels on the car previously, and I talked with their team and they had mentioned, hey, we have a new 5-spoke style wheel coming. Would you be interested in them? And I'm like, heck yeah. And I had no idea what they even looked like at the time, but I was like, yeah, I'd check them out, you know. And I wasn't settled on the final wheel because the wheels that I had were borrowed from Jay's 2 Cents 1967 Camaro. He was doing work with his car that ended up turning into a 68. Yeah, he turned a 67 into a 68. It's amazing. And I ended up just using those wheels for literally years. They were on my 71. They were on it when I first revealed it. They were on it when I first took a drive. And I kind of grew accustomed to them, but I did want something unique for my car. And when I saw the design from Darren over at Rocket Racing Wheels, I was like, yes, let's do it. And some people, well, I'm not gonna go into that just yet. So let's show you the wheels. I got a typical awesome person here who's hiding from my daughter right now because we are legit in my living room, our formal whatever room, I don't know the rooms. And he's gonna hold the camera while I open these wheels. So these are the fronts, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've already opened the rears, I've already mounted tires, and they are already on the car. So we're gonna, at some point in this video, go see what they look like on the car. And I like the rears a little bit more than the fronts just because of the offset, and they're a deeper concave. And we'll get into all those details and what these wheels will offer you and all the different styles. There's a lot of different styles here. So building your car up front, unlike me, I kind of already built the car and then was like, yes, I need the wheels. You know, if it was up to me, I probably would have changed a few things with the axles, changed a few things up front so I can get an even deeper dish or concave style wheel, because it just, I think concave wheels look really good. So that's enough of the talking. Let's get one of these open and show you what they look like. No, well, let's not try to not get the whole living room. Look at, there's like board games everywhere. It's a house, we live in it. It's, you know. Okay, this one I think is already open. Should I do it over here? Should I just do it right? Over here might be. Okay, yeah, now that hopefully none of you had a heart attack. This is a freshie. So here, I'll give you the unbox experience of Rocket Racing's new wheels in the living room of Lethal and not the garage, because it's raining out and there's no room and I don't want to pull cars out in the rain. First and foremost, they have these cardboard pieces, top and bottom, and then they're wrapped in plastic. They got like this little black, it's kind of like the undress it. It could be a shark cat. What do you think? And you can kind of see the wheel already. And it's funny, when I first saw these wheels, I thought they were more of like a lightish, bronzy kind of color. And when they arrived and I saw them, I was really happy they weren't. So there's a ring to protect the edge. Foam, oh, so good. There's a ring on the bottom. This is the Rocket Flare. This is the newest wheel to the Rocket Racing line. This is the newest wheel to the Rocket Racing lineup. You could see, because of my offsets, I don't know if you can get the angle, you could see this does have a very slight concave on the front. So this is specifically measured out. So I worked really closely with Darren over there. And I'm gonna caveat something real quick because I didn't really think about it till later. After I knew I was getting new wheels, you guys know I had the CPP C5 brakes, the black. I did all the measurements with that hat, that brake setup, all that stuff. And I started freaking out because I've upgraded my brakes. I put the Bear Extreme Pluses on there, which a lot bigger brake, much different hat. It's a 2-piece setup on the rotor. And I was like, dude, like these wheels aren't gonna fit. They fit. Hence why one's already open, because when it got here, I was like, we gotta make sure this fits. So that being stated, it's a 5-spoke design. Some people like a 5-spoke, some people like more dish look. One thing I initially thought it's not, but it kind of has like a nod to the IROC style wheels. You know, maybe you guys can see it. Maybe I'll flash some images here if you guys don't know what the old school IROC wheels look like. But it's a really clean design. The wheel's not heavy at all. This is an 18-inch. I guess I should have looked at the offset. So this is a 18 5x4 75 78.2 center bear. Oh, that's the center bear. It's a plus 15 millimeter with a 5-inch backspace, and that's what your face will look like at that setting. My rears are way more concave than this, probably almost double, if not 2.5x times the concave. Looks really sick. I'll show you what those look like outside. But really the next step here is getting them on the car. Now today, I am gonna show you what the rears look like on the car, and you will see the Bear brakes also on there. We went with a 12-inch wide, so it's 18/12. It's huge. I wanted to try to fit 325, 335 tires. Wasn't gonna happen without rolling the fenders with the proper offset. So unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, I had the CPP C5 setup that I did all the measurements off. So these wheels actually ended up sitting in a little bit more. I didn't want to do it, but I'll probably end up running a spacer in the rear because right now it's sitting a little close from the initial measurements that I made, which again, is no fault of Rocket Racing. It's all based on my initial measurements, and then I got the Bear brakes. So right now the wheel is just like right up on the leaf spring. Yes, my car's a leaf spring car. You ain't need no 4-link when you're building cruisers. It's a beautiful wheel. Did we show it off enough? Did you get up in here and really do we want to see the inner barrel? They got knurling on the inside for the wheel to sit on, and the back side, nice and clean, open bore. You know, it's a really nice wheel. And I got my handprints all over it, so sorry, see the fingerprints, but I am gonna use a 60-degree conical lug nut on these, those 60-degree style, self-centering. So depending on if you're hub-centric or lug-centric, and we did beef up, I wanna say they're did we do a 1/2 inch? Or were they 7/16? I may end up going 1/2 inch studs. I don't know if I have that on the rear right now, but definitely have them on the fronts. So it's all, whatever you're gonna do. So let's go out, we'll check out the actual rears. Hopefully we can get a good angle and close up this video. So apologies, my garage is a disaster. I've gotten to the point in my life where if I need to work on my cars, I have to take one of them out. So it's been raining and I don't want my cars to get rained on. I'm just one of those people, sue me. But I do have the rear wheel on the back of the car. So I'll be doing a full actual reveal of the car where it's like a full walk around, see it front and back with all the right spacing and everything done. But this wheel's just on there. It's got a 315 tire, and this setup I think it looks really good. So I don't know if I can get back here to where you can actually see the width of this big old tire. It's huge. There's the rear on the car. You can see we have quite a bit of room. So if I put my hand here where the ledge, I didn't roll the fenders of this car, but I have at least 2 to 3 finger space. So I can push this rear wheel out quite a bit, which I'll end up doing. So It's just where we're at. As I mentioned earlier, there's a couple different options on the face of these wheels. You can get it flat, you can get it semi-concave, deep concave, and what they're calling ultra deep concave. So the flat's a 3-degree face, that's their A face. The semi-concave is a 15-degree B face. Then it jumps to the deep concave, 25-degree C face, and then the ultra deep concave is a 37-degree D face. So here, I can kind of show you on their website if it comes across on the camera. But it's nice, you got options. So if you like the concave look, you can go that route. If you like the not super concave, you can go that route. It's pretty cool that they have options there, and you can set up your wheels how you want for your specific ride. So obviously these wheels aren't Camaro specific. They will work for you across multiple different platforms. You just got to make sure your hubs are set up for their wheel spacing, and I'm sure they even offer different sizes and specs in that regards. So it's crazy to think about how many different types of wheels and offsets that they have to have sitting on the shelf to meet like so many different variations. I mean, obviously they have an idea of what typically sells and whatnot, but it's interesting to think about. Like, I don't know, for me as a business guy who orders stuff and has to keep stuff in stock all the time, that just blows my mind how many different wheel setups they have to have. So again, that's a Rocket Flare. This is just a quick look unbox of the product. The next video is going to be mounting up the wheels and getting them on the car and showing you what these look like on my car that's going to button up this vehicle, because literally the wheels and final tire offsets and all that junk with the brakes were the last remaining pieces to get this thing done. And unfortunately, we ran into a few issues and had to pull a transmission. So we have an RPM transmission coming from my car now. And yeah, things will be good. So either or, if you guys have any questions about the product, post it down below. Huge shout out to Holly for setting me up to be a part of the campaign around the Rocket Flare wheels. Definitely appreciated. I mean, I'm just a small YouTuber out here, so goes to show you guys, if you just love car content and want to keep posting and sharing, you know, companies like Holly may reach out to you and, hey, you interested in checking some stuff out? So you just never know. So that's all I got today. And until next time, guys, see you on the road.